Alright, so this is the gear that I've got for today. I've got everything here and I find it all essential. First things first, you know, I've got the pole. One is an 8-foot power stick by Offshore Angler. It's got a 4,000 pen battle. The other one is a 6,000 pen fierce. It's spooled with 40-pound Suffix brand braid. Spooled to the max, all braid, 400 yards. That's going to be my drone fishing reel once I get around to it. That's paired to a 6'6" Shimano Trevella, medium heavy, 50 to 100 pound braid. Got my rope, of course. I'm going to be doing some climbing today. Can't leave home without that. Swim baits, weights, jig heads, surf leaders, torpedo weights, more swim baits, fluorocarbon leader with mono to tie some extra leaders, hooks, 2/0, 2 and 4. I'm going to be going for some big fish, more swim baits, some wood. I'm going to be catching and cooking today. And this little bag here, thought this bag was pretty cool. This company, Nkio, sent this to me because I guess they saw some videos and they wanted me to feature it. They're not paying me for it or anything, but if I decided that I like it, I told them that I put it in the video. So check it out. This little package here, super small. If you don't have anything sharp or anything like that, this is what it looks like once you get it out of the package. Super small like that. Folds down really nicely. Easy to carry, contain things. And yeah, look at that bag. Pretty nice. It's got a little handle too. And when you're done with it, just give it a twist. Put it right back in the bag. Just like that. It's pretty cool. You can hang it from your backpack or whatever. So today as well. And of course, my knife. Don't forget the knife.
Check out this wave. Huge wave. Alright, so I originally came out here to use some swim baits, but the waves behind me are just way too big. The swells are way too big right now. It's, you know, dangerous to even stand near the edge, let alone fish it, especially where I need to be to use the swim bait. So instead, I'm just rigging up a fish finder rig. I've got a 2/0 hook on the main line, and I got a stinger hook on the bottom with the treble attached to it. Now, I've casted all around this entire area with swim baits before, you know, kind of dragging the bottom. So in my mind, I have a mental picture of how the area on the bottom is, like where the sandy parts are and where the rocky parts are. I've caught a lingcod here where I know when I cast out my swim bait and the jig head bounces along the bottom, it's rocky. It's not smooth, it's rocky. I know there's fish there, so that's where I'm going to concentrate my efforts today. All right, so I'm using a fish finder rig, and this has got a slider on it. And the main thing that I want to do is I want to keep this weight in place down on the ocean floor. So I'm using a 5-ounce triangle. I know it's rocky out here, but it's not too rocky, so I don't think I'm going to get snagged. And the reason why I want this to stay in one place is because if you have this on the ocean floor, your main line will travel through the slider and you can get a lot of nice movement, a lot of natural movement with the hooks. So I've got this 2/0 hook. I'm using an entire piece of squid. Doesn't matter if there's a head on it or not. So I just put it through the nose here on top of the squid. Put it one time through and then fold it back around and put it on another time. So there's through twice. That's a good hook up there. And then with my stinger hook, I've got another one. Don't really need this, but it's just for extra protection, just in case you do get a bite and you don't want to miss a fish. All I'm doing there is putting it just through the bottom of the squid. One time like that, so it looks like that. Same way you would hook a mackerel or any live bait. And all I'm doing is just casting out to where that rocky area is, where I know that there's structure under the water. I'm just letting it sit. Look at this Kelp Greenling I just caught. I don't think I've ever seen one this big before. This might be the world record Kelp Greenling. Let me measure it. Straight from his head to the tail. Looks like over 15 inches. Over 15 inches on this guy. That is a big kelp greenling right there. So what I'm going to do now is just kill him and put him on ice. Kill him, bleed him, put him on ice. So his brain is right here. Sorry, little guy, but I gotta do it. Okay, now I'm gonna bleed him. Just cut his gills. So you want to bleed him right when he's still fresh, you know, because that's when his heart is still beating. And if you cut his gills like this, then the heart will beat out all the blood, and you get as much blood out as you can. So I'm going to rinse him off in this water here. Let him bleed out naturally. See these little things that you can find in their gills? You can find these in ling's gills too. These little crab type things. Really weird little guys. But, you know, they're good perch bait, believe it or not. Weird looking things, huh? Now here's one more suggestion. If you don't know by now, fresh bait. As fresh as possible. That's the best thing if you want to get fish. Get whatever bait looks good. If you're getting squid and you see some in the market and it's turning a little bit yellow, smells a little funky, if that's all you got, that's all you got. But try to get as fresh as possible, white, clean, and don't do what I used to think. Let it sit around for a while, get it all stinky and smelly, hoping that the bait scent, that smell is going to transfer in the water and the fish are going to like it. No, these fish, they like fresh bait, you know? So, same with crabs, same with fish. Fresh bait, as fresh as possible. Fresh fish, fresh squid, fresh shrimp, anything fresh. Fresh, fresh, fresh. And you're gonna get bites. You are going to get bites with fresh bait. It's windy. Oh my God.
So I've just got this surrounded area raised higher than the middle. All right, so all of these rocks that I found that you saw me make that little fire pit out of, they've all fallen from the cliff. Just be aware of your surroundings wherever you're at. If you want to build a fire and you see these rocks out here like that, it's probably because they fell from somewhere. Now, if you want to set up a campsite somewhere like this, you do not want to be under a ledge like that. And all these rocks against the wall are all loose. They fall down very frequently. Look just how sheer this is right here. Just go straight up. And this big old rock fell from it. Imagine if that hit your head. It is extremely windy just above me. The wind is coming from the north today, so this big wall behind me is blocking it. I've just got some wood and I'm getting some fire ready, some firewood ready. I've only got big pieces, so I'm trying to break this down into smaller sections.
So I'm just making some kindling here. This is small, it'll light really easily, very flammable. And I'm going to slightly bigger sticks. Kindling to bigger sticks, to bigger sticks. And once that lights, I can put on a log. This sea trout is the biggest sea trout I've ever seen. This Kelp Greenling is 15 inches at least. Usually they're only 11 to 12 inches. But I need to fillet him now, and I'm going to cook him up. All I have here is my hunting knife, and I'm going to fillet him like this. So all I'm doing is using my flip knife and slicing along the top dorsal edge of the fish all the way to the tail, and I'm repeating this process on the anal fin on the bottom side of the fish. And all this does is it allows me to remove the skin and separate it from the meat of the fish, which would be nearly impossible if I had made this fillet and kept the skin on, especially using a flip folding knife like this where I don't have a flexible fillet knife. And when I start to do this fillet, I just work my way along the meat very slowly, keeping the meat tight, bending it over with my left hand, and once I get to the spine, I work over that hump and repeat the same step on the opposite side. I know there's some fish fillet patrol out there and they're going to talk about this butcher job, but in my opinion, it's not that bad, right? If I had a little pot here, I could make some soup out of it. I don't know, I'd give myself a 8 out of 10. I don't know, maybe a 7. Anyway, all right, here's my 2 fillets. I'm going to rinse them off. All right, so I've got these little things that I made with the pieces of wood. They should light up very easily. The wood is very thin. It should transfer over and burn well when it gets to the thicker parts of the wood. Now the way I'm going to light it, I can't show you. I'm just going to have to do it. You're going to have to trust me. All right, so there should be enough cracks in the rocks here to feed enough oxygen to the fire. And this wood is very dry, you know, it's firewood, so I didn't think I was going to have a problem. And as you can see, you know, just work it up from small sticks to big sticks. Just don't add too much or else it'll smother the flame and there won't be enough oxygen. Here we go. It's looking nice. Oh, and by the way, if you see this t-shirt, it's something that I made. Actually, my sister, she drew this lingcod, and I wanted to design something that represents you guys, you know? Not something like a Matt's Withen's t-shirt or Withen-S t-shirt, just like fisherman's life. You guys come out here, you guys fish, you guys know what it's about. So the fisherman's life, custom design. My sister drew this, like I said. I've only got about 50 or so of them. So I'm gonna be selling them at fishermanslife.net. It's my website I just created, just threw it together real quick. And gonna be free shipping for the first, I don't know, 50 orders or so. I got about 50 or 60 shirts ranging from small to extra large. Yeah, anyway, just a little plug for the t-shirt. Hope you're enjoying the video so far. Gonna have me some nice Kelp Greenling fillets. So yeah, right here, my fillets. No seasoning or anything. Just want to taste how it would be, just how nature intended. Just if I had caught these and I didn't have any seasoning, anything with me, if I was actually in a survival situation, you know, what would this be like to eat this fresh caught? Pretty excited because I haven't eaten for a long time too, so I'm hungry. And I've been walking around, filming, doing this and that. Tomorrow, I think I'm gonna stay out here tonight. I've got an emergency blanket. I've got plenty of wood, so, you know, yeah, I think I'm gonna try to stay out here, see if I can stay warm enough. But see, as you can see with this fire, as long as you get a good start, get the coals burning, even if it goes out, all you gotta do is blow on it, give it some oxygen, and it'll reignite quick. So my fillets are almost done. The tide is going out. I'm about 50 feet away from any waves that have crashed near me, but I see something strange. 2 waves coming. I look at my GoPro. It's about to get smashed by a wave, so I'm going to go try to save it. That was an unexpected rogue wave right there. Barely missed my fire. See if I could ignite it. Nope. Now my car is just around the corner, so I'm not too worried about this wave crashing again, so I'm just going to rebuild the fire right here. I was very surprised to see that wave come up. It was 2 waves that crashed together, and it was the only one that's been like that all day, and the tide has been going out. Swell supposedly had been dropping. Just looking around, making sure that I'll be safe. So far, so good. Let's rebuild that fire. Right, gonna try a piece of this Kelp Greenling. Fresh caught, fresh cooked. It's good. Bring a little West Coast to this. This is hella good. Had to get that fire started again because that rogue wave came all the way up here. I was not expecting that. Alright, I'll continue filming in the morning. Alright, well, I'm filming one more time, and it's not morning yet, but I just wanted to show you this little thing that I'll be sleeping in tonight. It's a 2-person emergency blanket. And over here, right behind the fire, looks like the only dry spot right now. I'm about 5 feet away from the ledge up here, so there's no need to worry about any rocks falling down on me. And let's see. High tide was at 7 o'clock, which means the next high tide is going to be tomorrow about 7 or 8 a.m. So I don't have anything to worry about. The tide won't come up here, and it's not going to extinguish the fire, and it's not going to wash me away, most importantly. And the thing to remember about these emergency blankets is that they don't keep you warm. What they're designed to do is just to reduce the amount of body heat that you lose. So I think they're advertised as being able to retain 90% of your body heat. So if you're in a survival situation, you can use one of these and prolong the amount of time that you can live if it's cold, you know. It's a little bit colder than I was expecting last night, and this morning it's a little bit rougher than I was expecting too. It said the swell was going to be low, but it's pretty big. So I can't fish out where I want to fish out, where I fished and caught that Kelp Greenling yesterday. So I'm going to fish to the side. I got the same rig as yesterday, the stinger. I'm going to use a whole piece of squid, size 2/0 hook, same thing, 40-pound braid. And I'm just going to try to pull up one more fish before I head out this morning. Now the swells and the waves, they're just too big here. Either getting snagged or it's just too dangerous. So this is my last cast.